What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Fatkat bringing you another video, man. So today, hopefully we can keep this video kind of short. Today we're just going to talk about why I decided to purchase this particular Scat Pack. Because again, I went to the way my bank works, my credit union. You have to when you go to get a. First of all, I should say this. If you ever go to buy a car, a new car or a used car, any car, my recommendation is that you always go get your pre-approval first. That way when you walk into a bank, walk into a dealership, man, you always you have the ball in your court. Basically, you're not at mercy of whatever they want to do as far as financing and rates and all this other stuff. And yeah, we qualify, you don't qualify. Half the time we walk into, most people walk into the dealership don't even know their credit score, which is, that's crazy to me. So, but anyway, I would recommend, man, for you to go down to your local bank, credit union, preferably if you have that, and cause they usually get the better rates. But find out or give all your information to them, and then you get your pre-approval, and then that way when you walk in, you literally walk into the car dealership with a check in your pocket. Basically, it's cash in your pocket, and you already know what number you're trying to be at. So with that being said, though, don't get it confused, because so for instance, let's say whatever credit union cuts you or bank cuts you a check for $50,000. That doesn't mean you have to use $50,000. So you can go try to negotiate, and you still doing a negotiation, you get it down low as you can. So if you could get that $50,000 car for $45,000, $44,000, then do that. And then basically, then they write that check out for that amount, whatever, 44, 45,000, whatever it was, and then that's that. And then you come out with, your payment is gonna be a little bit less than when you even anticipated, because you didn't use the full amount. But anyway, so with that being said, man, my word of advice is to make sure you go get your own financing, pre-approval before you walk into a bank. But anyway, so my particular bank that I use, or my particular credit union that I use, and I actually do bank with them. But when you walk into their establishment, actually I just called over the phone, and then did all that pre-approval, and then I just went to the bank and picked up the check, signed paperwork, picked up the check. But anyway, when you do the pre-approval, they don't give you a pre-approval, right? Which or a number. So normally, like, I would be like, hey man, just approve me to, let me know what I could get. You tell me what I could get, but that's not the way they do it. You have to give them a number. And then once you give them a number, they tell you yes or no. Basically, you approve or you're not approved. So I knew I wanted to get a Hellcat. If you've seen some of my other videos, or at least some of my last videos, you've seen that that's pretty much all I was talking about, man. So I'm gonna get a Hellcat, I'm gonna get a Hellcat, I'm gonna get a Hellcat, brand new. I didn't want to use one, because even though some Hellcats only got 5,000 miles, but we all know that's a hard 5,000 miles. Very rare you're gonna find a Hellcat with any amount of miles, unless it probably got maybe only 200 or 300. But with any amount of miles, a couple thousand, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, that has been an easy 10,000, it's been an easy 5,000. That's, trust me, it's been a hard, however many miles that thing has. But anyway, so with that being said, I knew I wanted new. So when I went into the credit union, they asked me what I wanted, and I asked for enough plus, and then some, just to make sure that I could get a Hellcat, right? Just in case for negotiations and whatever, even though I knew I wasn't going to go past a certain point. So I asked for the amount of a Hellcat plus, like a couple grand plus, and came back approved and everything else, which I didn't have no doubts in that, in my mind with that, but came back approved and everything else. And then I said, okay, well, if I were to use this amount, right, like, and I gave him a particular number, say, well, if I would be at the door at this price, whatever, with my trade-ins and everything else, what would my payments be? And the number that they came back with, after I told them what numbers I'm thinking I might get, ballpark figure was about $1,100. And I said, no way, Jose. No way, Jose. First of all, man, that's literally damn near my freaking mortgage payment. Less $100 or so, maybe a little bit more than $100. But I'm like, come on, man, that is crazy. And I know, people probably gonna be like, dude, that's the freaking, the payments for a Hellcat and I got you. I mean, unless you lease it, then it's a lot less. But I drive too much, or like I'm you know, usually on the road or whatever, this and that for leases. I don't even want to have the problems with leases as far as mileage and everything else. So I know I can never lease unless it's literally just my weekend car. But anyway, so with that being said, man, you know, I know that's the typical, you know, payments for a Hellcat and this and that, man, but just, I couldn't do it, man. And the reason why I couldn't do it, I could do it, but remember, there's two things, man. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you can afford it, right? So if you got other things that you're trying to do in your life, man, you know, I wouldn't suggest stretching yourself out like that if you don't need to. So for instance, you know, we got a house right now. I mean, you know, first of all, I got 3 kids, you know, obviously I'm married and everything else. I got a family. I got to make sure I take care of them as well. But with that being said, you know, we got a house right now, but we're by the end of this year, we're trying to get another house. So, you know, so with that being said, you know, I'm trying to make sure I'm still in the position where we could go and buy another house and then rent the one we're in now and so on and so forth. I'm trying to make other moves than just buying a car, right? But anyway, so with that being said, man, so I gave them a number. They said I was approved, but then when they told me the price, I mean, my payments will be whatever. If I were to use a certain amount, $1,100, I said no. So naturally, the next thing after that was, okay, let me go down to a Scat Pack. So with the Scat Packs, man, I had, you know, Scat Packs, the Daytonas, and, you know, so on and so forth. Obviously, they don't make the SRTs anymore. But, you know, so I had the Scat Pack and the Daytonas, and I had a different, I was torn between, I was never considering Gold Mango. That's the crazy thing. I was considering Destroyer Gray, Granite, and F8 Green, as a matter of fact. F8 Green, Destroyer Gray, and the Granite. And then my oldest son, he liked the what's that, the Torrid Red or whatever, like the dark red. He liked that color. So I was like, okay, we'll put that in the play too. Never Gold Mango. So I went to the dealership, man. They had this one on the lot, so on and so forth. And matter of fact, I gotta tell you a whole story of how it actually went down, man. How I got this car. It is crazy and funny, whatever. But we'll put that in a different video, because that's a whole nother story, man, all in itself. Crazy the way I got this car. But anyway, so I went to the dealership, man. They had this car, and I was like, you know, it's okay. They had it in the showroom. It's okay, this and that, whatever. Anyway, so long story short, man, you know, I ended up getting a good price for it and everything else. But the reason why I ended up picking this car, though, right? So I was looking at the Daytonas, but then I was like, the Daytona to me, man, and I understand, man, the Daytona's nice, man, and it's a dope car and everything else, but I just couldn't do like all the stickers and the graphics and everything else. I was contemplating these stickers on, you know, the racing stripes on this car, but I think with this car it actually ties it in really well, you know, with the Gold Mango color. But I'm the type of guy, man, that I like my cars to be nice but simple. Like, I don't want a bunch of stuff on the car. I don't want all this, you know, all this jazz all hanging over everywhere, man. I just want it nice and simple, man. But you know, and clean. Like, I love to keep my cars clean, and just like I said, to me, minimal is plentiful, if that makes sense. So anyway, so, you know, all the graphics that come on the Daytona, man, I couldn't do it, man. It was just too much. If I would order one, and I heard you could do like the graphic delete, that's probably what I would have ended up doing if I would have actually ordered one. But I wasn't trying to order one. I was just trying to find one that was on the lot. Anyway, so with that being said, man, I kept looking at, man, I had a deal almost, man, on a Daytona, Destroyer Gray one, as a matter of fact, on a dealership that was probably about 20 minutes from me, 20-30 minutes south of me. But I just kept looking at it. I never looked at it in person, but just kept looking at the pictures, and I was just like, I can't deal with that Hemi sticker on the hood and that big old Daytona sticker on the back, man. I cannot deal with that. Like, I would literally probably have to like I would have probably took those off, or figured out a way to take those off, or whatever the case, man, because I know I couldn't see that every day and be happy with it. So right then and there, I was like, if you're not automatically happy with something of the car, you keep looking at it, don't get it, man, because you're spending a lot of money, and if you're not going to be completely happy with it, like literally every time you look at it you're completely happy with it, then don't get it. So that's when the Daytonas went out the window. So then after that, man, so then like I said, I started looking around, man. Then I found this one, man. This is a Scat Pack Plus, I guess, if you want to call it that. So pretty much has every single option you could think of other than the technology package. So it's fully loaded other than the technology package, which I actually did not want anyway, because actually they had another one that was on the lot on another dealership, and I probably could have got a little bit better deal out of that one, but I did not want the technology package. I understand, you know, a lot of people like it, but I don't like the lane keep assist, you know, and I definitely don't like the Ford brake assist, collision brake assist or whatever. I definitely do not like that. I understand it's beneficial, man, like as if you're like in the neighborhood or whatever and kids run in front of you, whatnot, but I cannot deal with the car trying to drive me rather than me driving the car, if that makes any sense, man. But anyway, so with that being said, man, that's the reason why I ended up going with the Scat Pack, with this particular Scat Pack, because like I said, the Hellcat was not out of my budget, but it was just not what I wanted to do as far as payment wise. It was way out of what I wanted to do as far as payment wise, or where I wanted to be at this particular point. For those reasons, like I said, man, we're trying to do other things in our life right now, and on top of that, you know, and then after that, why I didn't go with the Daytona was because, like I said, I just could not deal with the stickers. And on top of that, man, the Daytona, I don't even know how much the package is for the Daytona, but it literally is nothing. It's literally the same exact car as a regular Scat Pack, but with some decals on it. Like, why are you charging me an extra couple grand for some decals? Like, I don't understand that. Like, nah, man, bro, you're not getting me with that. Literally the same exact car, other than you get the little Daytona. It just says Daytona. It doesn't even say, like, right there, you know, this little Scat Pack B on the seats. I'd rather that than the, you know, just the lettering that says Daytona, man. Like, I was not going for that at all, man. So anyway, so that's the reason why I got this one. You know, I just like the Scat Pack a little bit better than the Daytona, man, because it just looks cleaner, like I said. And I was even contemplating the stripes, because I was like, oh, stripes, I don't know about that. But I think it ties in well with this particular color, man. But yeah, so the reason why I picked up this car, like I said, I wasn't even considering Go Mango. I was doing Destroyer Gray, F8 Green, and Torrid Red at the end. No, that's not Torrid Red, it's Octane Red. The Octane Red. Sorry about that. And then F8 Green, Destroyer Gray, Octane Red. But they pretty much gave me the best deal on this one. You know, and then like I said, I actually tell you a story, because the dealership that I seen it at is not the dealership that I got it from. So it's a whole nother story, man. But we'll talk about that. This video is already almost 10-12 minutes, man, so we're not gonna go too far deep into it. Just letting you guys know why I decided to pick this one, other than the Hellcat Charger, the Daytonas, and pretty much the other colors that we had out there. The F8 Green, the reason why I didn't get the F8 Green was because I had to reserve that for whenever I do get a Hellcat. I don't want to get a Scat Pack. I think with the Scat Pack, the F8 Green, even though it's a nice color, man, but I feel like the F8 Green needs to be a Hellcat or better for me. I know it sounds weird, but whenever I get a Hellcat, or whenever, you know, whenever I get the F8 Green, it has to be a Hellcat or better for that particular car. Like, I don't want something that's underpowered to be in that color for me, because I probably would like that color the best out of all of them. So it's just a personal thing, man. I just want to make sure I reserve that color for whenever I do go out there and get the Hellcat here soon, in the next couple years probably. So other than that, man, yeah, so that's the reason why I picked this one up, man. So appreciate you guys for checking in. Like I said, I'm going to be doing other videos. I'm going to be doing videos of a whole walk around of the car itself, all the options and everything else that we got in this car, you know, and then also I'm do another video and tell you guys a story of how I got this car, because it's crazy. And it includes my trade-ins and everything. It was a whole fiasco, man. That's the reason why I couldn't do like an actual, you know, video of the delivery of the car, because it was just crazy, everything that went down. So, and on top of that, man, I keep you guys in the loop, because there should be some other things that I need to be, you know, revisiting with the particular dealership, because some things just didn't sit right with me. But we'll talk about that in a later video, man. Anyway, this video is already getting kind of long. Again, I hope you guys kind of understood the reason why I picked this car, and why I got this car. I mean, I do love it. I got it. I cleaned it up, you know, whatever, put that wax on it, and driving around, man, I like this color now, man. I actually look back, you know, last night was my first night with the car, well, second night technically, and yeah, man, I look back at that thing multiple times before I left and went inside the house in the garage, man. So that's how you know when you cannot stop staring at your car, that's when you know you did a good job, man, and you're gonna appreciate it. So if you could walk away from your car without looking back at it, it's not the car for you, man. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys checking in, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Again, tell your mammy, tell your pappy, tell your aunt, tell your auntie, tell your tia, your tío, your primo, your cousins, everything else, man. We all speak English up in here, so you're gonna get it both languages. If you don't know, man, I'm 100% Panamanian, as I said in my last video. So yeah, man, we bilingual here. So yeah, man, at the end of the day, man, tell everybody you know, because again, like I said in my last video, I'm gonna keep mentioning this. I am going to do, every single time I reach a certain milestone of subscribers, I'm doing a particular mod. I already have my mod list and I already have it planned out. When I reach, so basically I'm at 150 something subscribers right now. When I reach 500 subscribers, I'm doing my next mod, my next major mod anyway, or kind of major. But my next basically my next mod, which is not really a mod, but I'm going to do like the front windshield tint and all the other good stuff, because that's just basically, you know, I'm already 150 subscribers, so that I feel like I should just go and do that right immediately. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my windshield tint. I'm gonna go ahead and debadge the car in the back and everything else, man, and then obviously show you guys as the process of how I do that, man, or you know, when I do that. But anyway, appreciate you guys again for rocking out with me. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share, and all that other good stuff, man. Let's get to the 500 subscribers so that we can go and do the next mod on this car, next, you know, kind of major mod. And I will say this as well. I know I'm getting kind of long, man. I'm trying to say a lot of different things, but I will say this as well, man. This particular channel, there's a lot of channels, man. We already got a bunch of Hellcat channels and a bunch of Mopar channels in general, Scat Packs or whatever else, that everybody's doing performance. And obviously we know that these cars are performance animals. Yes, I'm going to be doing performance as well. I'm going to be out there, you know. I already got a few people that's already hitting me up. Hey man, let's run, and got you. We're going to be doing that as well. But I don't think we have a lot of channels out there, man, that's just appreciating the beauty of these cars. You know, it seems like everybody's cookie cutter, man. They get the cars, they put a wrap on it, and then that's it. So they could be lazy and don't wash it, don't wax it, don't do nothing. They just put the wrap and then they try to make it go as fast as they can. That's it. I think we got enough of those channels, man. So yes, I'm going to be doing performance stuff as well, and obviously because it is a performance car, you know, a muscle car or whatnot. But at the end of the day, man, I don't think we got any channels out there that's actually admiring or showcasing the beauty of these cars. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I could bring that aspect of it. And we just need to admire, man, like the beauty of these cars, So beginning, hopefully I could get a bunch of rolling shots, and whenever I do my modifications, you know what I'm saying, we're going to see the car, you know, how it transforms, you know, how it looks rolling, and you know how, you know, whatever, in different lighting and things like that, man. So that's where I kind of want to take this channel. Yeah, we're going to do all the performance stuff. We also want to showcase the beauty of these cars, man. I don't think we got any channels or enough channels out there that literally does that. And that's where I want to come in. So anyway, man, I appreciate you guys again for the third time checking in. And then we're going to cut this one to go. As you guys can see, I'm in the car line for picking up my kids from school. So I'm in the car line. And yeah, man, so they're about to get out and we're about to pick them up, go home and do the daddy thing and take them to practice and everything else, man. So again, appreciate you guys for checking in. Like, comment, subscribe, like I always said, or like I've been saying. And like I said, let's get this channel to the next milestone of 500 subscribers, so we can make it, you know, go ahead and get the next mod on here, man, and see this car start transforming, man. Because as I build it, I want you guys to build it with me, man. So we're going to build this car together to be one of the nicest Scat Packs on YouTube, man. Period. All right, that's what we're gonna do, man. Again, appreciate you guys for checking in, man. We catch you guys on the next one, man. Later.